Welcome back to Auto Street. Today we're diving deep into one of the most exciting performance machines ever built, the 2026 Corvette ZR1 Coupe and its 3ZR trim with the ZTK performance package. This isn't just another supercar, it's a statement, and I'll walk you through every detail, from styling and cockpit to how it drives, and yes, how much it costs. Let's get started. From the very first glance, the exterior of the Corvette ZR1 in this spec commands attention. The sculpted body is muscular yet refined, every curve and vent having a purpose. The front fascia sits low, with an aggressive splitter, large side air intakes, and a flow-through hood that helps channel air for cooling the intercoolers and turbo system. Carbon fiber is employed liberally, from the front splitter, rocker panels, rear diffuser, dive planes, and the high wing in the ZTK package. These aero elements are not cosmetic, they generate significant downforce, helping the car stick to the road at speed. The ZTK package amplifies the aerodynamic performance further with a larger adjustable carbon wing, underbody strakes, dive planes, and more aggressive ground effect work. You'll see the rear end is dominated by a dramatic wing and a vented deck, brake ducts, and a diffuser that all combine for stability at the upper echelons of speed. Side profiles are wide and purposeful, with large air intakes sculpted into the rear quarters. The visual language is unmistakably performance. The roof panel is electrochromic, meaning it can shift between transparency levels, letting light in or tinting for comfort, without removing a panel. That's a futuristic touch that blends usability and drama. Step inside, and you find a cockpit that balances driver focus with modern luxury. In 2026, Chevrolet has updated the interior to remove the wall of buttons in favor of a cleaner, more intuitive layout. The instrumentation is more advanced. There's a 14-inch driver information display, a 12.7-inch central touchscreen, and a 6.6-inch auxiliary display located to the left of the steering wheel. These screens are customizable, letting the driver choose performance gauges, track data, telemetry, or more conventional options like navigation and media. High-quality materials abound: soft leather or suede surfaces, Alcantara, carbon fiber trim, contrast stitching and optional accent color schemes like jet black with red, adrenaline red highlights, or Santorini blue stitching. The 3ZR trim means you get more premium appointments, possibly including upgraded audio, enhanced upholstery, and finer finishes on trim pieces. The steering wheel is squared off at the bottom, giving a sportier feel. There's also a passenger grab handle, subtle branding like ZR1 badges on the sill plates, and unique stitching patterns for the more performance-oriented edition. Despite being performance-first, comfort hasn't been neglected. Climate control, connectivity, wireless Apple CarPlay/Android Auto, wireless charging, multiple USB ports, and ambient lighting round out the tech. Let's shift gears to what really makes this beast special: the performance. Under the mid-rear hood sits a 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8, the new LT7 engine. This flat-plane crank V8 delivers an astonishing 1,064 horsepower and 828 lb-ft of torque, driving the rear wheels through an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. That power and torque output injects serious competitiveness into the ZR1 nameplate. With the standard setup, Chevrolet claims a 0 to 60 mph time in around 2.5 seconds. Equip the ZTK package, and independent tests have pushed that figure even further. Car and Driver recorded a 2.2-second sprint to 60 mph on a ZTK-equipped sample. The quarter-mile time dips into the high 9-second range at over 150 mph, and the car is capable of a top speed around 233 mph in optimal conditions. Grip, braking, and handling are just as dramatic. The ZTK package brings stiffer springs, a performance-tuned suspension, and ultra-high performance tires, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R. The braking system is upgraded with 10-piston front and 6-piston rear calipers over carbon ceramic discs, giving phenomenal stopping power and fade resistance under track use. Magnetic Ride Control 4.0 is standard, adjusting damping in real time to keep the car composed over uneven surfaces. Driving modes let you tailor throttle response, shift mapping, suspension, aero, and stability systems, modes like Tour, Sport, Track, Weather, My Mode, and a custom Z mode via a steering wheel button. On track, this car feels like a precision weapon. On the road, it retains surprising usability given its extreme performance envelope. Fuel economy is understandably modest. Past versions of the ZR1 were rated around 12 miles per gallon city/18 miles per gallon highway/14 miles per gallon combined. For 2026, formal EPA numbers are not fully confirmed yet. But that's the trade-off when you're chasing over 1,000 horsepower. Now to the price. How much does it cost to own one of these beasts? The base MSRP for the 2026 Corvette ZR1 Coupe starts at $182,395 for the simplest trim. With the 3ZR trim and added options like the ZTK package and carbon Aero elements, that price can climb significantly. Edmunds lists a typical 3LZ/3ZR configuration at around $191,400. Car and Driver confirms that fully loaded trims can reach $228,395. The ZTK package itself is a relatively modest extra, but when paired with all the Aero bits and high-end finishes, the final price tag can climb well beyond base. There's also the new hybrid all-wheel drive variant, the ZR1X, for 2026, which combines the LT7 twin-turbo V8 with an electric motor driving the front axle, bumping total output to 1,250 horsepower. That variant starts at around $207,395, including delivery charges. So if you're shopping for ultimate vet performance, the ZR1X may steal a lot of attention. But for purists, the rear-wheel drive ZR1 with ZTK remains compelling. So what does all this mean from a viewer's perspective, from the lens of AutoStreet? The 2026 Corvette ZR1 Coupe and 3ZR with ZTK is not just about straight-line brutality. It's a sophisticated machine that leans into aerodynamics, thermal management, driver control, and refined usability. The changes to the interior, removing the dense button arrays, improving screen integration, and giving better ergonomics, make it friendlier to enthusiasts who still expect usability in daily driving. The exterior, with its aggressive Aero, carbon accents, and design coherence, makes a statement without feeling overly contrived. On the performance front, the combination of over 1,000 horsepower, advanced suspension, and serious brakes gives it real credibility as a car you could take to the track and push hard. From a pricing view, it remains more accessible than many European supercars with similar capability, though it's still a serious investment. If you go for full options in Aero and carbon modules, the final sticker might approach or exceed the high end of its range. In short, the 2026 Corvette ZR1 Coupe 3ZR ZTK represents the peak of what a mid-engine American supercar can do in 2025-26. It blends raw power, track capability, exotic materials, and track-derived technologies into a package that's both usable and extreme. For your audience at AutoStreet, this is a car that speaks to passion, performance, and the boundary between road car and track monster. If I were driving one for a week, I'd spend time exploiting its Aero and high-speed corners, dialing in the Z mode, seeing how it behaves cold versus hot brakes, and comparing daily usability versus hardcore performance. But suffice to say, this is a machine that deserves respect and attention. Thanks for watching AutoStreet. If you like this deep dive, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment with which car you want us to cover next. See you on the road.